welcome back. Got a sealed case of OP08. I'm gonna open them and see if we can get something good. OP08 is a couple sets ago. We're currently in OP09, but there's still some really good cards in here. I don't think most people really look for OP08 as much as any other set, but we're hoping that with some opportunity to get something good. I have scissors, might as well use them. Hopefully you guys have been doing good. I got a lot of stuff to go through. Hopefully show you guys what it looks like. Got some grading that I would like to reveal too and stuff like that, but yeah, so we're gonna stack these boxes first. But I mean, as well show the process of it coming out of the box. And then, I know the angle's a little off, but I'll correct that right now. I mean, I'll try to fix it. So I got this, believe it or not, I got this case right at release of OP08, but didn't get a chance to get around to even opening it until just recently. A lot of the decks, if you're playing Shanks or, well, I think it's mostly Shanks, but if you're playing any of the meta decks, there's some good cards out of here. For example, the Rayleigh is one of those big go-tos. Let me set up the go-to cards. They're about like $40 right now, which is kind of crazy if you really think about it. Crazy that it would cost that much when a little while ago you could have got it for only a few bucks, but I guess that happens in any and every card game. I don't really have a setup for where some of this stuff is going to go, so I'm gonna try to figure it out as I go, I guess. I'll make sure to make some adjustments to the audio later because I feel like there's echoes here. Regardless of, I don't know if there's a way that people out there like to open their boxes, but I'm gonna try different things for each box. And this one's just gonna be a peel opening. I don't know if I'll pause in between each box, but this is the first one. I'll try to adjust this so that it looks a little better, but I don't know. See if we can work on it. I do want to start going to locals as well and maybe do some gameplay of that. The decks I use sometimes are considered rogue, but they perform pretty well. So we'll see how well they do in the near future. As promised, this is the OP08 case break that I said I would do after these embarrassingly weird starter deck videos that I made. But, you know, you would think that the shame of making those would make me not want to do it again, but those are already out there, so I figured might as well keep my word on it. So, and I don't want to it's weird because these type of videos are one of those that you kind of have to do in one shot if you want to do them right, and if you don't, well, it is what it is. You already did it. But if you recorded it, you've already opened it, there's no redos on it, so I should have just made sure there's no cards in here, huh? But yeah, so because I did the other one, I figured I might as well do this one. Plus, I really need 2 Rayleighs. I'm sure I'll pull it out of all this, but just in case. I know Carrot is also pretty popular. I better toss that over here. Away from prying eyes. That's a teddy bear. Anyways, so here we have, well, that was horrible, but I'm really interested more in the supers and rares out of the set, so I'm just gonna skip through most of this. Maybe the first box I'll go through each card, but Guernica, Speed Jill, Charlotte Cracker, Marimo, Ulti, Candy Maiden, Maria Onion Bear. I really don't want to say anything about that. This is like if you're watching Dr. Stone, right? Charlotte Oven kind of has a design. Everyone looks like, let's see if I can hold it up closer. It has like a little hentai look to it. I don't know, it's weird. Thatch, is that good? I don't know if it is, but okay. Inurashi, it's a good card. Dr. Hero Look and Nami. This is going to be a crazy card come EB02, because yellow is making a comeback. For some people it never left, but or was never here. But you'd be crazy to deny Enel his streak cred. Someone needs to make a rap of him. I'm sure somebody will. This is the internet we're talking about. Okay, don't show. Okay, don't show the cards. This is Esper, BB Minx, or BB, who happens to be a mink. Drum Kingdom, which I'm sure none of these are surprising cards. I don't know why I'm going so slow, because I'm sure you've had enough time to kind of absorb what these are going to be. We would never sell a comrade to an enemy. I don't know why I said it like that, but there it is. X Drake. I still think this is good. People just don't use it right. Namule. Calgara. Super good card if you play Calgara. Whoa, whoa. There? Okay. Munch Munch Mutation. Charlotte Brulee. Charlotte Custard. Pedro. Super good card. And Charlotte Linden. This is one of the other cards that if you're playing yellow, purple Robin, we definitely need, which I play. I like it. Is it highly competitive? Not yet, but I have a feeling people will come around to it eventually. There'll be more support for it as well, but with what you have, I think you can do a lot. The banish mechanic doesn't seem like it'd be all that. I mean, it seems impactful, but it doesn't seem like it'd be that impactful in this meta, but you'd be surprised if you play it right. Just realized how little battery I have, so I'm probably gonna have to stop it at some point, maybe after this box. So anyways, Viscount Hiyoko, Shishilian, right? Alpandra. I've never really, I know what the names are, but reading it out loud makes you realize how much you don't know them. And then S-Bear, Baron Tamago, Sweet Pea. By the way, what a design. There's someone out there who finds that extremely beautiful, and good for you. Burn Bazooka, Maria Onion Bear, probably the same people that like Sweet Pea. Scratchman Apu, Duval, S-Hawk, and Page 1. This is probably going to be easily a 2-hour video. I'm going to have to make these into little... Whoops. I'm going to have to make these into little shorter vids for sure. I just haven't thought of how I'm going to do it yet. I'm not really crazy about hitting a Rayleigh manga, but if it happens, I mean, who's going to turn it down, you know? Apelandra. I feel like I should know that one. Tristan from Yu-Gi-Oh! You know who Tristan is. Hamlet. Charlotte Peril Sparrow, of course. You know, look at that tongue. Some women go crazy for it. Burn Bazooka. Basil Hawkins. Count Niwatori. Edward Weevil. I feel like this would be a good one in a Usopp deck. The black and blue Usopp that's coming in OP08. S Shark, Calgara Leader. Just put that to the side because I want to remember about that. S Hawk and King. This is one of the coolest King designs, in my opinion. But I'm not a King fan, so what does my opinion matter, right? I just realized we're only a few packs in, but already we have not hit full art. There is a couple full arts that I like. I mean, the Nami and the excuse my nails, and the, probably didn't even notice until I said that, and the Monkey D. Luffy is probably the coolest pulls you could get out of it. I'm gonna ignore her now because I don't want to sound stupid. Charlotte Pori, yeah, okay. Tristan, Biscuit Warrior, Charlotte Smoothie, X Drake. I might make a video of me organizing all this bulk and then like organizing it to sell or something. I gotta show, I have a crazy collection, not crazy, but just like a pretty consistent collection. Candy Maiden, Iron Body, Fang Flash, Atmos. Why am I angling in such a weird way? I'm sorry, I promise you it's my first time. Robson, Wanda, and Edward Newgate. So far 3 super rares. Let's see if we get something good. I should have, you know what I'll do? I'll pre-cut these. Maybe I shouldn't, because then it looks like I'm influencing the choice, right? Charlotte Sparrow, Charlotte Cracker, Mrs. Buckin. I mean, it just says Buckin, but you know, if she's bucking, she's bucking. Shishilian, Pickhoms. You know what I gotta do? I gotta read the card through the camera itself, because then I won't have to angle it in such a weird way. Yeah. Helioceratops. Ulti. Charlotte Katakuri. Garchu. This. Oh, Jesus. I just said not to do that. This card is quite a cute card. King Leader. Normal. Charlotte Pudding. And Dalton. Crazy for those Zoro decks out there. I think like purple and yellow is such a good color combination, but it just hasn't found the right leader. Some people would argue that it's Crocodile, but then again, you don't. Those people that argue Crocodile are brain surgeons, and that's why they're not good at this game. It's the excuse I've heard. I don't know if it's true, but you know. Mont Blanc. Whoa, gotta find a good way to. I don't know. Mont Blanc Cricket. Hamlet. Moby Dick. I don't know why I said that. Namule. It's like Namor from Black Panther, but this guy's way cooler. Look at him. Alright. Kuro Marimo. Sweet Pea. I'd never shoot you. Oh wait, that's not what it says. That's not how it says it, right? Boy. Okay. And go keep it strictly. There we go. Jinbei. King Du. Albert. Boy, that is not looking like a nice pile. I promise it will by the end of this. Whoa, right when I said that. Cloven Rose. And Black Maria. Definitely need more of those. Oh, I don't know what to do with the events. I'm just gonna leave it there. I think I'm gonna stop like halfway before starting this next pack. I got like, let's say I'm gonna go through, I mean, you won't know, it's gonna be magic of editing, but I'm gonna go through 6 more packs and then stop because I need to change the battery on this. And yeah, I don't know why I said that. It's for the editor to know. I think that's what it was. The audio is gonna sound super loud because I'm right next to it and I'm aware of it. I try to trick myself by just checking if it was a leader. Okay, Biscuit Warrior. Seen this. Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi. Mushuhuru. Gonna ignore, like he never existed in my eyes. Miss Buckin. Sweet Pea. Charlotte Smoothie. We would never sell a comrade to an enemy. It's a long phrase to say I'm gonna be loyal to my friends, but okay. Consulate. Right? Consulate? Consulate? Consulate. Southbird. Little gangster, huh? Whoa, Marco. On your Marco, get set. Sasaki. And Waffle. Yeah, this battery is draining. I probably should have charged this ahead of time. There's a lot of things I should have done differently. I didn't even want to really record this opening because sometimes I get, I'm not going to say I get cases every release, but this was one of those where I'm like, oh man, they're going to have lots of cool cards. I can't wait to get a case of it, and then realize, oh, this is the one that bombed. Probably the worst. I'm so lucky. Look at this. Open of a pack. Also, I don't know how you guys have been doing because the holidays are, well, in the future, when you're watching this, it might not be the holidays anymore, but for us, it's been the holidays, and I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. We'll talk about it later. Shishilian, Charlotte Sparrow, Esper, Moby Dick, Giovanni. This is a new one for me. Hopefully, I'm not breathing all crazy in front of the camera. You can't take our king this early in the game. Imagine saying the name of your event like word per word as you're playing against somebody. What an ass. Ulti. Ass about not this. Never mind. Phoenix brand. Neku Mamushi. I'm gonna use him for sure. I mean, I don't know how yet, but ignore that. Charlotte Opera, Wiper, and Windshield, right? And Tony Chopper. Great for the, I forget how much support is in that Zoo Zoro deck in this set, but there is. I should probably fix this. This is gonna bother somebody, isn't it? I'm just gonna leave it there so it bothers them more. If this is gonna bother you enough, you might want to click off the video. I should put that as a thumbnail of this video. Just a bunch of cards laying around the floor with mud and like sticky fingers grabbed towards them. Did I just cut off? I meant grabbing towards them. Is that what I said? No, that's what I meant. Okay. Speed Joe is one of those characters that I know it's around. He's been around, but I just don't remember him. I mean, I do, but he's not that impressive. Chess and Checkers is homie. Hamlet, BB, Kuramari. God, I will get better recording these videos, I promise. Okay, let me see if I can. There we go. Didn't do much, did it? Candy Maiden, Sheep's Head, Munch Mutation, Tony Chopper. Ignore that. Who's Who is what they call me, and Conquest of the Sea. Boy, that was far. Jeez, I need to angle this better. Maybe I can. Maybe I should. That's better. I can actually see the screen more. Not for you. It's better for me. I don't know how people can like run a camera until like 2% battery or something. This one's at 22 and I'm already freaking out. Trying not to go too fast, but oh boy, I should be more careful, but I'm panicking. Why is it taking me 20 minutes to open up one box when there's still a lot more to go through? Okay. Tristan, not a guy though. And I mean, Tristan's a good, never mind. All right, Charlotte Cracker, 20 Doctors. This needs to be used more, just for the hell of it. Burn Bazooka, Pecoms, Candy Maiden, Lapins, that's a new one. Iron Body, another crazy Kolgara leader, Wapple, and Electrical Luna, which is a great card. In our first alt art, Dawn. Okay. My beloved son, it better be alright. That's why I'm not a voice actor. Could you imagine reading that and getting it that wrong? No, you can't imagine it. I gave you some time to respond in your head, but some of you might not even care. I mean, neither do I, right? Okay. Speed Joe. Muro. Okay. Mushuhuru. Cracker. Miyagi. Smoothie. Giovanni. I'm trying to see if we have anything new here. I don't think so. Okay, so we'll just skip them. Leader card. Cloven Rose and Jozu. One of the most annoying cards to go up against in a Doflamingo deck, but to them, that must be like a hero card. Such a good card. I don't know what they're going for, but I might, if I get enough of them, I'll definitely get rid of them. I don't plan to play Doflamingo anytime soon. It's like half a box with no alts. Ooh, Ginromi. I should stop staring at this card. Okay. Chess and Checkers, Sparrow. Whoa. I promise I didn't see it. Maria Onion Bear. Can't take our king this early in the game. You would never sell a comrade to an enemy. The Moon, Phoenix Brand, Chess Mario. Wait, is that Chess Mario? Oh yeah. Chess and Chess Mario when they're combined. Whoa, was I looking at it the whole time? Well, anyways, those are all comments. Dr. Kureha and Wiper. Okay. Movie magic, and you won't even know what's going on. Just open another pack. So we have almost spoiled it for ourselves again. Correct this. Goodbye. Once we're done with this first box, I'm gonna fix that. Tristan, 20 doctors, not 21 or 19. Buckin, Charlotte Pori. God, that's how you know you're American. Nitro, Basil Hawkins, Robson, Iron Body Flash, Charlotte Opera, a Wapple, and an Imperial Flame. That's a nice art. If it wasn't. So anyways, could you imagine having a case of OP08 and still buying sets of play sets of the rares and commons? Yeah. How stupid is that, right? How dumb would you feel? So maybe I'll open up the I'll open up the other ones after this. I promise I wouldn't let this stay that way. It's just for now. You can already imagine the comments that I would have been typing if I was watching this. Mr. Miyagi, Viscount Hyoko, Baron Tamago, X Drake, Iwatori, Milky. Is that what it says? Okay. And Sheepshead. Here we go. Okay. Shakuyaku and Dr. Kureha. Alright, let's do this. Let's see if this becomes like our standard going forward. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to get to all these because of how slow I am. Let's go with that. So hopefully, like I was saying, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks, and my go-to right now is Dune. There's like 30 books. I mean, there's probably more, but 30 is what I've been. Exaggeration. But there's plenty of books. You can, if you've ever been interested in Dune, most people know about it. You know, it's the one with the sand, giant worms, and you're like, oh, that's crazy. It's actually so much deeper than that. So much better than that. I definitely recommend if you get a chance to get into it, or at least like look up like lore videos. I usually tend to do this where if I like something or if I hear a lot of people like it, I'll look up like give me like a 5-minute lore dump about what this universe or whatever is about. And if that seems interesting enough, then I'll start watching some more. Like, what is this made out of? If it's interesting, I'll look up more videos on like deeper lore dumps, like the 2-hour videos that you can watch as you're like living life. Those kind of videos, I'll look those up. If I would have paid for this box, like after pre-release or something, I probably would have cried. It's super expensive. Well, at release it was like 140 bucks, and then if you look at what we've gotten, not 140 bucks worth of stuff. I guess that's how it's always going to be that way. Just be careful how much you spend on I guess on release. There's a lot of people that talk about buying singles, and I think that's kind of the way to go if you're not trying to, I don't know, make a card empire out of your life. You know, like have cardboard rule your life, where you start making and selling and making money and selling the product to make bigger profits or something. Okay. That took 4 minutes. Okay, I'm sure there's people just speeding along, but if you're with me, just because you have nothing else to do all right, let's do this. It's gonna bother somebody enough for them to leave some kind of comment about it. It took them 20-some minutes for it to bother me. You know what? It wouldn't have bothered me at all, actually. Sad truth is, I probably wouldn't even cared until the end. I know somebody's gonna say something, because I probably would have for someone else if it was someone else's video. Who does that? Who organizes bulk in such a way? Ta-da! All right. So now we're gonna speed through it. We're just gonna go for the rares and super rares. Just gonna place that over there. Okay. Wanda and Who's Who. Jack of all trades, and Queen of hearts. And the rest of these can go there. The next couple boxes will be a lot faster because we're gonna skip all the reading. My Beloved Son, Alternate Art Dawn, Charlotte Katakuri, The Earth Will Not Lose. Kinda did if you're in the sky, but who am I to say? Another set. I gotta rewatch that footage. I don't even know if you guys can actually see what I just did. Probably not. Am I just too close? I need to be further. I need to mount my camera on something. Carrot Leader, Jozu, and Imperial Flame. I need to mount it on something. S-Snake, Mont Blanc Noland, and I just read the newest chapter of One Piece. 1134. Well, that's not the newest one, but it's close to it. I keep thinking that it's at an angle. Page 1, Portuguese Ace. Looks like a similar situation's happening over here, huh? Stack that. Ooh, our normal secret rare, I guess. It's not the alt art, right? Dude, am I so off the screen? Jesus. Kaido and Lin. Cool secret rare. And Zoe. Put that there because I don't really have a stack for excuse me, the stages. Okay, so that's gonna be a good one. Sort of. Thank you for loving me. It's like something. Well, anyways, I'm spending too much time watching it. Carrot alt art. What? Makes up for the whole box. Wink. It doesn't, but okay. And then Sasaki and Charlotte Katakuri. That is our first box. I guess that is the alt art, right? What kind of person am I if I don't even know? What kind of person am I if I don't know if that is the alt? I think it is. Boy, this is really embarrassing. I could go back and fix this by going back in time and correcting that audio, but I'm not going to. So that's our first hit for these for this box. I will be right back. Crazy editing, right? You don't even know what's happening. We're gonna continue. Hopefully this helps make it look a little more, I don't know, workable. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna keep our alt arts right here. I cleaned up a little bit. Moving on to the next box. This video is probably gonna get 0 views, but that's okay. So you get practice in, right? Right? I mean, I hope. I almost feel like taking the wrapping off of each one of them. On to box number 2. I'm probably gonna upload these as separate videos, come to think of it. So much changes in between them. You can see a bunch of my other stuff there, but that's not what this is about. As I was talking about, seems like the holidays are a great time for you to spend time catching up on anime you want to watch. I don't know how you guys have been. I have other stuff I want to show, maybe in future videos or other videos. I was thinking of how to phrase it best, but just sit tight, I guess is the best way to put it. Before I go through this one, I'm gonna just get these all ready. It took me 4 minutes last time. I'm wondering if I can beat my own time. So yeah, this channel is really a way for me to collect with the rest of you. Some of you are like serious players, I've been playing since the pre-release, and I don't want to hear how come you ain't good yet, because I don't know, I'm not, but maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I will be. Who knows? But since I've been playing since the beginning, I saw the meta change, I've seen the meta evolve, and it's great to be on like in the ground floor of something, I guess of anything, really. If it's starting off and you're able to talk to the history of it, it's kind of cool. So I've seen it come a long way. Whoa. Excuse that, you guys didn't hear that? A professional would have done that ahead of time. For a professional, I am not. Holidays, special time to catch up on anime. I don't know about all of you guys, but I've been rewatching some of the older ones. Kind of like, some of you might have heard of Yu Yu Hakusho. It was created, I mean, from my understanding, it was created by the same person who created Hunter x Hunter, but you never know. Sometimes headlines can be fake. I believe that's a real fact though, but who knows. So I'm looking forward to catching up on some of the newer ones. I know I've also read the Dr. Stone manga and currently watching some of the anime. I know it's old, but I just hadn't had time. You know, as you get older, they always say you get busier, but that's so true. I mean, I guess if you want to be busy, there's always a way not to be. You always get get out of jail free cards too. It's a pun on the fact that we have cards here too. And as you can see, I have a lot of like collectibles. Really, I'm gonna get rid of a lot of the Funkos because it was cool for the time, but I'm not as into them anymore. You could say I got tricked into it, but that wouldn't be a fair assessment. I mean, it would be an assessment, just not a fair one. So yeah, I have, like I was mentioning Dune before. If you guys have never watched the movies, I would recommend, I mean, depending on what kind of person you are, probably the audiobooks first. You'd be surprised how good they are. If you're not the type of person that likes to watch things, you guys like to listen to and maybe like glance at things every now and then, the audiobooks would be a great place to start. It gives you the freedom of being able to do other things, but also work out that like imaginative muscle where things are being descriptive, and well, the books are very descriptive, and it encourages you to think more. Plus, it really gives you an opportunity to put yourself in like a virtual reality inside your own mind, you know? It's like the cheapest. If you can't afford an Apple headset, listen to an audiobook. That's the closest you're gonna get to it anyways, most likely. Or if you're not even interested in that stuff, just know that this is a really cool opportunity to do world building as you're learning about the world. I don't really know how to best describe it. I don't think I've ever had to before. Just know that audiobooks are like the closest thing you can imagine to magic, right? Because you can create characters in your mind, you can see the way that they're described inside of the books, and then see how close they are to reality. But the books itself is like, to me, I've heard people describe it as like the Dune books are all about beware of like charismatic leaders, beware of well, yeah, charismatic leaders, I guess, is the best way to put it. Some people can derive other things from it too, but I don't know if I would subscribe to that. I can talk for hours, so I probably won't. We'll try not to bore everybody, but let's just get started. So Charlotte Cracker, we're not going to go through these, so we're just going to go to the last two, and that would be Wapol and Conquest of the Sea. Just put these over here. And this pack, we have Charlotte Pudding and Wiper. I really need more of the Linlins. I do have a purple and yellow Robin deck that I'm really looking forward to playing, but oh, Jack is good. But I don't have enough of the, I need a play set of it. And Conquest of the Sea again. And these spares I'm probably gonna sell. I usually, to be honest with you, I give them away a lot of times, but Jozu and Dr. Hiroluk, I realized some of the people I give some of these things to end up turning around and selling it on CCG Player, which to me is, hey man, you know, get your bag, do what you got to do, but you're gonna have to make your bag next time too. Like, it just sucks. You're trying to help somebody and they end up using it for something else. Dr. Hiroluk, you'd want them to be able to play it and enjoy it. And Mont Blanc Noland. I'm getting it really close now because I moved the camera. And halfway through, it's like a professional, I did it halfway through an actual production. Sasaki, and now you're going to notice there's a difference between camera placements in between these. Hopefully it won't be as shaky though. It would be so embarrassing if any of you figured out how and what this camera is sitting on top of right now. Jeez, see if I can be careful with the corner. No, that's not a BGS 10 anymore. It's ruined. Well, that's a Dawn, Miss Wanda, Queen, Marco Leader, and that's it. That's 2 BBs. Well, never mind. That's 2 BBs in a row for like the starting common card. I thought that was another BB I was gonna say, dude. And oh, S Snake. I was gonna say SS Sniper Wolf. Shakuyaku. And that's it for that. Don't tell me you don't know who that is, and if you don't know who that is, then don't look it up. Don't look it up. I'm not trying to like reverse psychology here. Jewelry Bonnie, really good card. I don't know why she's so expensive now. I don't think that extra draw card. Maybe it is. Maybe it is worth it. I just don't seem like. I don't think it is. Who's who? That's why I don't usually run it in any of my either mono or multicolored yellow decks. Chopper. Tony Chopper. For you guys that skip things, what makes you happy in life? Like, I know there's people that skip videos all the time. I understand every now and then, you know, you gotta skip. Ooh, Black Maria. But what makes you happy? Why would you? I don't know. Like, trying to get to the meat of the story and just kind of skip everything. You know, if you're one of those people, you definitely won't enjoy something like an audiobook. You really got to take it a little slower. It always feels like the people that are the oldest, that are closest to death, are the ones that always go slow. I don't know why. Maybe I know. S Hawk. Gotta stop adding the extra S. Shakuyaku. But yeah, I have some friends that, like, as soon as they get to any video, they just skip ahead to see the ending, and if they like it, then they go back and rewatch it. To me, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's weird, it's different. Thank you for loving me. That's 2. It's 2 in a row. What is the world trying to tell me? Mont Blanc. What is it saying to me? So we're doing better time. I am going to take forever. Who's who? King. Boy. If this even gets a single view from like beginning to end, I will be very, very surprised. Besides me, I mean, I'm going to watch it from beginning to end to help that YouTube algorithm. Whoop, whoop. It's cool doing hand gestures. Kalgora, because I don't do that in real life. I mean, like often, that's what I meant to say. Cloven Rose. What is with these repeats, man? Or maybe I'm just seeing, they're not that repeated, it's just I see them enough that it becomes like, I have this feeling like it's being repeated, but it's not. Okay, so that's definitely not the alt art. What was the alt art in the other box? I mean, what's the chances I got 2? I gotta look it up after this. I don't think that's the alt art. No, there's no way. Anyways, Portuguese DAs. Right? There's no way. Maybe I'm just bad at picking boxes in a sealed case. Also, I keep hearing that there's a way to, well, I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but that you can definitely weigh these and you can find out pretty quickly if there's anything good in it or not. Electrical Luna. Pedro, which I bought a full playset of that. right when it... I'm so stupid. I had the whole case too. I just didn't want to open it until I was able to record it. Here we are, like in December. I know I'll be embarrassed if I say what day of December this is, but it's needless to say a day that it's like the last possible day in this year that I could have recorded this and opened all this. Anyways, Charlotte Katakuri and S-Hawk, and then pudding for good measure. Put that there. A few more packs left. This is the way to go. We really got to open these ahead of time. Ooh, nice. Charlotte Linlin, 2 more, and then I'll have what I need. And the Earth will not lose. Okay. And we have Alt Art Pedro. I'm just getting all the furries today. What's going on, man? I shouldn't have said that. Dalton? Someone's out there listening. Well, I mean, who's gonna watch this? Doesn't matter. Just talk like there's no one that's ever gonna watch this, and then you're all set. The Earth will never lose. Minx, just when I said make that joke about furries, and all of a sudden, dude. They're a very aggressive community. Special Dawn, Katakuri, Zoe, and King, which they should have called Albert, just to see how many people are actual fans. Why do they look the same? Oh, why don't they look the same? I guess because one has armor. Okay, Whitebeard, Wanda from Marvel, guys. She's actually a dog. Oh yeah, Marvel Rivals is also out, and it's super popular for one reason or another. If you know, you know. Calgara, I'm getting a lot of Calgaras. Okay, so that's set. I think that it was the. Well, let me just grab 2 of these. I think that was the alternate art. That's so weird. You know, I kept thinking that hopefully I get some Rayleighs. I'm sorry, silver. Oh yeah, silver Rayleigh. I was hoping I'd get some, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So here's what I do in my bulk. I put it here, and I'll sort it later. It's a very mature way to handle it. It's a very good way to do it. If you want to avoid having to do it now. Which I do. But again, if I would have bought 2 boxes, picked them out of the same case, and this would have been my result, I would have not been happy. Okay, you know, I think what I'll do is I'm going to pause real quick. I'm going to open up just the wrapping paper on all these and then go through the rest of it, because I feel like this video is going to be super, super long otherwise. And then I'll put some sleeves on these here. Okay, so now we have the covers off of all the boxes. So this should make it a lot easier. I still haven't checked if these 2 are alt arts, but I'm willing to say they are, because I don't really have any other choice right now. But we have 10 boxes. Well, 9 to go, and on our 10th one. Right? Yeah, that's about right. Okay. So the same as before, we're going to use the empty box for all of our bulk. And right now, I don't know which was quicker. I think it's just cutting it and talking as I'm cutting. I think that's the quickest way. We'll figure it out in a second. If it's not, we'll definitely find out. I'm so scared of cutting the top of a card. But I'm not scared enough, I guess. So that's crazy. Although if it would have been 2 alts of Rayleigh, that would have made the box break so far amazing. Ooh, I scratched that. Sometimes, I don't know if everyone else finds it. You have you're on the spectrum of getting easily distracted by whatever it is that's easily distracting you. but I feel like I am sometimes. Right now, this is perfectly perfect opportunity to showcase what I'm talking about. I have cases, and the task is easy, but yet here I am talking about autism. Oh, by the way, I also found out, I don't know if that's interesting or not, but that Asperger's, that's gonna sound weird, but I heard somebody would always say like, oh, it's probably my Asperger's acting up. It was part of like a joke, like a long-standing joke, that I get easily distracted because I have Asperger's or something. And it was always like a way to kind of low-key say that kind of I'm dumber than you, so I'm sorry. But come to realize that it kind of means you're like a genius, right? I mean, at least in the description that I read from ChatGPT, showcased kind of how you're more in tuned with your mind. You're good at math. You're good at certain things. I mean, it's not always. I mean, I don't know. There's never like a blanket way to describe everything. But it's funny how in our group of friends now we can't use that joke anymore because it's almost like he's low-key bragging and saying he's a genius. Low-key, but whatever. Yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. Now you're gonna have to carry that till the day you die. New information that you didn't ask for, but you got from your old pal, the camera on YouTube. I have so many things I want to talk about, but I realize how many boxes I have to go through first, so I don't want to bore you guys. I also plan to make another video pretty quick, maybe today. You'll know if I have the same clothes on, but it's gonna be on some grading. I'm a big fan of having. Jesus, did I just cut into it? I think we'll figure it out when we get to it. I'm a big fan of grading leader cards, specifically with the opportunity or the ability to be able to play them. And I know, like, you can't really play with graded cards, especially not character cards, because you can't have a deck of. Look at that, that's so nice. That was not intentional. You can't have graded cards, PSA slabs, as a deck. I mean, you might be able to try to pull it off for fun, but there's no way that you could do that in real life. But anyways, there's a company out there that grades leader cards in what they call player slabs. I just got my first order back, and I'll be honest, I just sent a second order, and it's almost a full set of leader cards, but they're really just the leader cards I want to use the most. The ones I sent in for this first trial batch were cards that I already use, and I wouldn't mind having a slabbed version of those leaders. I'm trying to be really careful here because I'm not pushing them all the way down, I'm realizing. We'll really figure out how good of a job we did in the next few minutes. What do you guys think about these? You know what? To each their own. Everybody has a personality. You can see mine's super dry, but there's some people that are like, they yell with excitement whenever they get anything out of a pack. To me, that's cool, but I don't know. I'm not that kind of guy, I guess. Who's who? And wiper. I should probably do that to all the other ones. We'll get there. Yeah, but I see some people like open up packs and they go crazy. They start kicking in their, I don't know, their walls, or I don't know. It just seems kind of wild to me to get that kind of excitement. Not that I'm jealous. I'm happy that they do get that excitement. I just don't understand it. Was this? That's the same card we had in the other one, but not this wiper technically, but not wiper. Okay. I think on the next, I don't know how many times you probably don't even, maybe you've noticed how many times I paused this video, but Katakuri and page 1, but I have been pausing it quite a lot because I'm trying to find a good rhythm. And honestly, I think 12 boxes is too many boxes to do, but there's some, we'll put secret rares right there. There's Jewelry Bonnie, and here's Mont Blanc Noland. Let's just call him Noland to make it easier. I'm really pausing quite a lot because I'm trying to find a good rhythm for these boxes, and I feel like if I do this again, or when I do this again, it's not going to be with a full case. I'm definitely going to have to break this up into smaller videos. Maybe this one, I'll do two things where I'll have like one long video of, I don't know, however long this takes to do, and then I'll have little smaller videos, part 1, 2, and 3 or whatever of the each box or something. I gotta find something that makes it go by faster. Whopple. And then those can be made into shorts in case you want a little burst of gambling adrenaline. I'm not sure what kind of stuff you guys are into, but you guys can let me know in the comment section. 2020 Chopper, and that's not a trap. It's not a trap. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. I really am interested in what other people are spending their limited amount of time on this planet doing, because I have this as a hobby, so that gets to show you a little bit of my insight. Awesome is we haven't had a leader card. Well, one of these boxes, well, some of these boxes should have leader cards. Alt art leader cards, I mean. Imperial Force. Flame. Imperial Flame. Don't, yeah, who's watching this? Dr. Herlock. Hi, Mom. If they're the ones watching. Yeah. So I kind of want to rush through some of these boxes. King and Ace. Only because I feel like the good stuff is at the bottom somewhere. Somewhere lost in this stack of things. Just please don't let it be another one of these Linlins. I mean the 10 cost alt arts. I definitely want the 9 cost ones. No cards were damaged, I promise. There's Jozu. And there's Electrical Luna. And another 2020 Chopper. Base common art. There is a couple of those that are really cool, even in base form, but Dalton and page 1. But that's not one of them. At least not in my opinion. There's the art. Dawn card, Dr. Horea, and another Jozu, and a pudding. Imagine the mind that, like the headspace your parent would have to have you named after a dessert like that. As Snake, Cloven Rose. Yeah, you know what? Just better not think about it. Especially because I know someone's out there named Margarita. Based off of a drink. Black Maria. Who's who? I lost count of that, but I think we have a full playset of Black Marias. There is a Dawn Efficient Kaido deck that I've been really wanting to play around with. Oh, and here's our second or first carrot, other than the alt art. I think that's our first one. Zoe. And it's a cute little djembe. Okay. I bought a full playset of that. I think might have been a good decision. That was Wanda, and then Thank You for Loving Me. And here's Pudding. Hiding. Oh. I remember watching like videos of our teacher used to do this thing where they would show us videos of sock puppets to calm us down. And I think it made some of us pretty stupid, in all honesty. Because I don't know why. What it was about the eras of the 90s that sock puppet shows and videos were so popular. Because there was a thing where, like, for a while there was a couple of videos like prank callers. I forgot the name of that show, but it was all about puppets. Not sock puppets, but you know, puppets in itself was like really popular back in the day. Now it's all about toilet skivity. S-Hawk, And carrot leader. Yeah, but she used to get so mad that we wouldn't stop talking, and then she would decide to all of a sudden have us watch these videos of sock puppets, and then she would bring in a sock puppet too. Someone stole it, and I don't think she liked it very much because she stopped doing that. Pretty sure she was retired a year after. We were bad kids, man. But those sock puppets were still interesting. Jack, Charlotte Pudding. It was a female teacher. For the record, I don't think that's that important, but just I know someone out there is gonna be like, sock puppet. Who I bet he did bring his sock or something, you know? No way. Okay, these have to be the normal one, right? This is the normal art. It's gotta be. I have to look up what the real one looks like so I can stop guessing. I'm not gonna do it in between these boxes, but you know, I shouldn't say that. I might do it in between these boxes. Whoa, special. Oh wow, it's cool. Ace is cool. Special art Ace. This is probably the nicest other than the manga Ace. I pulled a manga Ace in one of our pre-releases, and it was really cool. It's the only manga I've ever pulled, and in hindsight, I really wish it would have been Luffy in OP05, but it wasn't. That Ace is cool though. I'll probably end up selling it though, because I'm not the biggest Ace. Oh, there we go. Whoa, Silver's Rayleigh. Alternate art. That's cool. That is cool. I'll put those two in sleeves right now. Electrical Luna. Okay, so the last two packs on box number, what, 3? Yeah, box number 3 actually had something cooking. I still am not sure. Doesn't he look like he would be like a religious poster or something somewhere? Like you would see him on in a cave wall, or I mean, I don't know, like a cathedral building or something. Not this guy. He looks like he would be like a poster, a movie poster or something. Okay. So I don't think we're gonna get anything else, right? Yeah, Edward. Well, the box art, Newgate, and no one cares about. Well, not the box art, but the card on the box, on the set, photo, whatever. Okay. And Queen and the event. Okay. I'm gonna cut, and then we'll be right back to the next box. Okay. I went ahead and pre-opened the packs, just not like, never mind, you know. Okay, so we're gonna move right into it, and here we go. Silver's Rayleigh. I needed this so bad. Okay, they're crazy expensive right now. I don't understand how. I mean, I guess I do understand, but the boxes are so cheap. It's the market manipulation that everyone's talking about. Okay, and Zoe. Electric Luna, bunch of fodder. Okay, Black Maria. I think that's got to be a playset. I'm so sure that's a playset. Am I willing to bet on it? No, but pretty sure. Okay. And there we go with that. Stitching these videos might be the hardest part. If I don't do like intros. Oh, our first super rare Kaido. Technically my second, because I ordered the other ones. Did I need to do that? No. Should I have done that? No. So the answer is no. Okay. Event. Page 1 and King. Well, I guess I should have just put that right there so we know the difference. You put these away. Or throw them away. That Rayleigh made me so happy. It's like, I don't know, $50 for it. I'm not even gonna keep it or play with it. I mean, this one I am, just not the regular secret rare, but not the alt art. Some people want to bling out their decks, and to me, go ahead, buddy. I can't even say anything about it because I do have a blinged out Yamato deck, because I really like Yamato, and I think I have a pretty decent Yamato. Nami, very good card. Wanda, and if you don't think, I don't know, if you don't think Yamato's good, then you've probably been building it all different like counters to different meta decks, which really, I mean, it's not the way, probably not the best way to go about it. Really, you just want to go fast with it. Although there's a way to have it built using Draco Mihawk to have incredible board presence. Our second carrot. That's not the alt art. So technically our third, but we're not counting the alt art. Some of those are going to go bye-bye. And I wish I could buy a case every set. This one was like below market when I purchased it, which is before it launched, through a membership subscription that I had at the time. And it was a good deal, but right now it's just not worth it. Imperial Flame, Marco Leader. Every 3 or 4 packs, whoops, 5 packs, tossing those out. Gotta find a way to keep this battery charged. Maybe I'll just connect it to a USB or something after this. Cloven Rose, Portuguese D-Ace, and nothing else. So much faster, huh? Whoa, alt art, Portuguese D-Ace. Why do I... Alt art Ace, alright guys? I do know who that is. I saw what happened to him. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Fire... I mean, that's literally the definition of fight fire with fire, right? This is probably like $3. But it still looks cool. At the end of the day, isn't that what really matters? Pedro, Katakuri, Marco. Alright, that was intentional. What is this? Put those cards there. Chopper and S-Hawk. A normal person would cut the video and organize all this, but as you can see, I want to do things later today, so I don't have the time to sit there and do all that. Altered Dawn, Mr. Wiper in an event, Wanda, and Carrot Leader. Gotta be really careful. Moby Dick. Gar, 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 gar. That's kind of funny. In context of like who designed the card, I'm pretty sure that's got to be an inside joke between them. It's like the one panel they chose to show when Whitebeard arrived at Marineford. That laugh is so funny. Dalton and thank you for loving me. Haven't seen one of those events in a little while. Well, I mean, for me, for you guys, it's only been like a couple minutes. For me, I've been staring at them as I was organizing this in between the videos, organizing these cards to the side. All right, one more is what I need. Lin. Oh, thank God. Sasaki and more. Mountain of just fodder. I know it's called bulk, but you know I call it fodder. Okay, Jewelry Body. I think sometimes I feel so conflicted about getting rid of extra copies of secret rares because I know one day they'll be worth something. But at this time, I'm like, I don't really want to hold on to it, but maybe I should. I don't know. Rares, I understand. I mean, there's rares, you know, everybody has it. And they're usually not worth too much. But secret rares, you gotta whisper to get those. There's a joke in there. Okay, another one. Portuguese D-Ace. Ace, I mean. Whoa. King. Carrot. I actually like this carrot. And I know it's not like special in terms of value, but I think it looks cool. Eventually they'll have some good Mink support. Hopefully it's not before they get Yamato support, but you know, whatever. Jozu. Electrical Luna. Plus I just seen these cards that they have for they're gonna release for EBO2. I'm speaking like I'm from the future. And it's a lot of like the two the 2-cost searcher event that lets you find high ends on your from your deck. It's just crazy. And then on top of that, they have a lot of value with what you call it. Oh, so our alt arts for this box is Ace and Silver's Rayleigh. And I guess I got a secret right here. Oh my god, there's no sleeve on that one. How will anyone know it's valuable if there's no sleeve? There we go. Now I can sleep at night. Okay, next box. Okay, so just like that, we have all these packs opened and ready to go. Okay, and yeah, so let's get into it. Let's start the pile with Dr. Hairlook, the event, and bulk. Yeah, I can imagine, like, I don't know if you can, but spending 8 Dawn 1 turn to play out Rayleigh, and then for someone, you know, on yellow just pull out a Katakuri and send that to life. That sucks. That hurts. It's not like it's happened to me, because I didn't have a Rayleigh, but I've seen it happen to others, and man, that seems like it sucks bad. Oh, our first leader, Marco. Nice. Actually, look at that. I'm sure you guys have seen it probably in person. Looks so cool. I got into like getting custom leaders too, and this is one of those that I have as a custom, and it's really cool. And I think I'm missing Pudding. That's the other leader card I'm missing. I feel like every first card I pull out of these videos seems to be like a good one, but it's not always the case. Shigeyaku, Dr. Kureha. Ooh, the other Marco. Not as good as that one, I'll tell you. But everyone has a preference. Yeah, so I feel like anything in this lot is usually like $3 or something. Especially for Linlin. I don't feel like people care that much. Oh, damn it. So we hit our first 2 alt arts in the box. So I think the rest of the packs are dead. Jack. Kind of like what I'm going to get after I look at the rest of these. Charlotte Belay. You know, Charlotte Belay just got a nose surgery. She'd be a dangerous daughter. Okay. S-Hawk. I'm sorry, S-Snake. Whoops. And Katakuri. Let's, before I forget, because I know someone's going to say something in the comments. You know what? You can't really stop them. People are going to say whatever they want, whenever they want. But just to also lessen that, I'm trying to be careful with this one. This is one of those that I can't wait to like record a video showing what I got back in terms of a player slab from PCG, which I don't think I've mentioned the name, but now I did. So S-Hawk there, and thank you for loving me. That's 2 in a row, or not in a row, but that's 2, which is already too much. Okay, Wapple, page 1, Carrot. Okay, and there's King, there's Pudding, there's another King. Toss these out. Okay, hopefully there was no cards in that. Guess I'll figure it out later. Okay, that's the last one. Have a playset of Charlotte Linlin now, and a wiper. No swiper. You know, I used to remember watching those monotone. Oh, and a full art Black Marine. Wait a minute. This is the same box. Okay, I'll take it. Hero look. Black Maria deserves to be sleeved right away, though. I should keep these on hand. Make them a little easier to get a hold of. No brand, because I don't need you guys to think someone's gonna get sponsored. So far, this box has this. It's kind of odd. Usually don't see that kind of generosity out of a one box, but Katakuri, S Hawk, another Marco, and the rest is bulk. Toss these packs out. I'll leave this sleeve right there. Get so distracted. Black Maria, nice. And Nolan. So distracting because I'm looking straight at that leader and I'm like, man, I can't wait to grade that because it's gonna be cool to use. Newgate, I don't think he's that great now, but I'm imagining in the near future he's gonna get more support, especially with all the red that's coming out from him. I'm like, come on, dude. Especially with the new starter deck for Luffy, the GX or something. It's gonna have a lot of support for red in general. Jozu, not that they need more, but I'm still waiting for some kind of Yamato support. Land of Wano, green or yellow. It's just like, it's either Land of Wano or Wano Country. And Yamato's a little bit of both. Doesn't really get to enjoy the benefits that most leaders do when it comes to searchers. But in all honesty, Yamato would probably be super busted if it got more support than it already has access to. That's another Nami. Shigeyaku. Those 5-cost Namis are really good. The alt arts are awesome too. Ace and Sasaki. Tony Chopper. How we're blazing through this. I feel like I'm gonna take a quick break when we get to that box over there, because the camera is not gonna last very long. I mean, I could be crazy and just keep like pushing until it gets like 3%. These hits here, Shakuyaku and Who's Who. That Duval, by the way, isn't he? That's badass, bro. He gives me the same energy that what's his name? Hard Boiled from Doflamingo's crew has. Here's a second Kaido. Man, I forgot his name. Senor Pink, I think? Senor Pink. It's that same vibe. Another carrot. Guess we're gonna get that playset after all. Really think we weren't, because I mean I already have one, but it's nice to have a second playset. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's like in like terms of emergencies, you'd like to be able to have access to it. Just have a set of secret rares, but I mean of super rares. But then, oops. But then you never know. So we shouldn't get anything out of this, since we already got 2 altards and an altard leader, and then the 2 dons. But yeah, Wanda, and then a carrot. Okay, that makes sense. So we hit our like major set pretty quickly. We'll go to the next box. Needless to say, you don't need to know that I'm going to take a small break after opening this box, because then that's going to leave us with 6 to finish this case opening with, but I'm telling you anyways. Honestly, this black cloth was really nice when I first got it, and I'm seeing little specks here and there, which means I have to vacuum it, and I hate doing that. Okay, Who's Who, and the Earth will not be lost. Will not lose. Should have cleaned that before doing this. Or maybe I was clean. Oh, damn it. I mean, yay. Look, Altard, Edward Newgate. This is the box art, right? And for that special reason, he goes straight into the sleeve, even though I know he's probably like $1.50 or something like that. These prices plummeted so quickly. But I mean, people who appreciate art, and usually are frauds. Jack. There's a lot of like fraudulent stuff that happens in the art world. I don't know if you guys know that. The way they like money launder. But money laundering is just not new, I guess. S-Hawk and Sakuyaku and Chopper. So you got a little stack going on here with all the common art leaders. And we got Black Maria. That's gotta be a playset. More than a playset for sure at this point, which is good. I could overuse more of them. I feel like she's gonna hold value. And again, like that, yes, Silver Israeli. 2 more of these. 6 boxes. I'm liking my chances. I was trying to avoid paying like market rate for these guys, especially because I had a case. And out of all the cases, I feel like this one was a good case to buy because it has a couple of staples. What happened to it? Here we go. Because it has a couple of Silver Israeli for one, Black Maria, Jack, a lot of things that are good for black. But people just don't seem to, I guess, appreciate it. Good thing that it's cheap and makes it easy, good bar of entry, I guess, for those that are interested. Pudding and Pedro. And then a normal art pudding leader. A whole lot of bulk. I don't know if I should make a series about like organizing bulk and just talk the whole time, because bulk takes like hours to organize. Sometimes I take breaks in between, or I'll watch a show. Maybe I'll just do a stream or a recording. I don't know yet. But all this bulk is going to have to get organized at some point. Everything above one playset of it, I tend to put together and try to sell. Doesn't always work out though. Here's Marco normal leader bulk. So that's a super rare, and the alt art Edward Newgate for this box. S Snake. I have a theory about S Snake. I'm not a theory channel, but I love watching people that have like in-depth like One Piece knowledge, and then they're like duking out what they think makes the most sense. I feel like sometimes they feed Oda, because I bet you Oda doesn't have an idea of what to do with a certain character, and all of a sudden one of these like theory videos will make it all the way to Japan, and I'm sure at that point he's, oh, this is a good idea. I don't know, that's not how he sounds, but in my imagination. Okay. And also, hopefully after I rewatch this and I'm editing it, it'll be way too late to do anything about it, but I'll take some clues on maybe how to position cameras and hands better. Tony Chopper. And Electric Luna. I don't know what is with this habit of organizing it this way, but it's been a thing for a long time. Cloven Rose and Who's Who. Then a Kalkara leader. I guess I should give me the clue right if it's... I don't know, because that was a leader pack and I still got 2 alt arts out of that box. Kaido. Ooh, yikes. Wanda. Guess I need one more to make that a playset. I mean, I have one, but I just don't know what's the good, like, what's a good reserve. Oh my god, pudding. Cool. Put that away. What's a good amount? Pudding is cool. She's like literally the other one I was missing when it came to leaders. I didn't want to buy this leader because I knew I had the case, and I figured I may as well try to go for it. Didn't think I would pull her this quickly though. Put these away. I was mentioning, man, they look cool. I don't know what a safe like threshold is for secret rares and super rares to have on hand. Like, is it usually just one playset? I usually only have one, and then after that everything else goes either for trade or sale. I don't know if anybody else keeps more than one, maybe 2 playsets just in case they need it, or one gets damaged or lost or something, which is probably a smarter way to go about it, but I don't do that. Probably should though. This is going to be one of the rare opportunities. Well, I'm actually going to have more than one playset. I should really consider how I'm going to handle that when it comes to super rares. So really I need 2 more Rayleighs. Otherwise I'll be forced to play with that alt art. I might actually do it. I'm looking to play some Shanks, but it's just so popular right now that one of the worst feelings is sitting in front of somebody when you're playing at locals or anywhere else, and you're doing a like ditto, you know, if you're doing a matchup with the same leader, that's just super like annoying to me. It's just, but even though it's cool, Edward Newgate, super rare. Yeah, but to me it's just not as fun as being able to play against a different deck and just try out different techniques against it. Or different strats. Dr. Correa and Jozu. We have another king base leader art. Okay. So when we come back, I should have more battery and we can go right into the last 6 boxes. And just like that. Okay. So we're back with the next box. As you can see, I've already cut open the tops. Let's see what happens with these next couple packs. Forgot what I was talking about. But there's my playset. Charlotte Linlin. I needed that. Page 1. And we got bulk. Yeah, so looking at the decks that are coming out in OP09, it's Wiper and Dr. Correa. I think there's a lot of... It's a healthy meta because there's still so much undiscovered and untouched potential with some of the decks, especially if you go old-fashioned. Here's Carrot. Our regular rare is just Who's Who. The old decks, referring to like Kaido, still has a lot of support, not a lot of representation, but I'm sure that if somebody really wanted to, they could make it work. There's our alt art Dawn. There's our Wanda, Electrical Luna, and a Carrot Leader card. But I feel like because it's so healthy, there's so much opportunity to actually do something unexpected in one of the tournaments. Like, I feel like... No, there's Julie Bonnie. I feel like we'll probably hear about, especially with the Orlando Worlds coming up, or I think happening, there's going to be a lot of new decks that people haven't seen in a while. I've seen some purple, yellow Crocs coming out of the woodworks. They seem to be really, really good. Like, really stally. And right now, I think those decks that, like Zoro's or like Sanji's, are really hit or miss right now. Alt Art Dawn. I think we have a set already. Wapple and Sasaki. Tony Chopper leader. Base art. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I already seen listings of like a Yamato that won in other parts of other regions, and the OP09 meta, and Tony Chopper super rare. And I feel like people don't expect it because they're so quick to write off decks because they haven't performed currently. But if you revisit some of there's a lot of building blocks. Oh, alt art Dr. Correa. Man, that's I like that art actually. I feel bad for her. I feel like she'll make a comeback in the story at some point. But I wouldn't be so quick to write off decks that haven't shown potential yet. I feel like there's always potential. That one looks different. That one looks like I don't know, it looks a little different, doesn't it? Is it just me? I should probably get my hand checked out now. Someone's gonna say something about it. Anyways, yeah, so I'm always liking, there's our Nami, super rare, and our Jozu. I'm always intrigued about how much work someone can put into a deck list, just make it more optimal. Jozu. Just like what they're doing now with Doflamingo, I feel like it was already pretty good, but just hasn't, nobody had really put in the work to make it even more optimal except for now. I mean, again, this is just my opinion, so could be off by a lot. Electrical Luna, Dalton, and that's it for that pack. And we have Wapple, Queen, and a King base art. Let's see what's up here. Cloven Rose, Dalton, and a Pudding base art. I don't know how much more the box could have. Oh, alt art S-Snake. Actually, that was probably one of my more favorite alt arts. I like when they have an alt art that kind of encompasses something like a special attack that the character has. Something like this that's more like trivial, like Doflamingo's the special art where he's just chilling with the ladies or whatnot. Like, to me, those two are kind of cool. But this is like an attack, so to me, if I'm playing a card when it has an attack like art, that looks cooler to me than, you know, standard, like a cool pose or something. But I can see the appeal to it. That's just not my thing. Jack. The Earth will not lose event, and bulk. Like I'm writing off the whole stack of cards as if I'm not interested, but I am. But it's just right for right now, right? Jozu. I feel like sometimes playing card games is such a gamble, you know? Charlotte Pudding and Ace. Whoa, wrong stack. Because you're there for the highs, not so much for the lows, right? You hate for that to have happened if you spent like a good 140 on a case. I'm sorry, on a box, thinking that you're gonna get something good, and then all of a sudden. But it's the way that cookie crumbles, I guess. Sometimes you gotta take the risk. It's always those people too that are having no interest in like card games in general that will pull a God pack on their first try, and you're just like, how is that even possible? It's like everything in life, right? If you chase something, sometimes you don't get it, but if you chase it hard enough, you will. There's Kaido for a full playset, or second playset, I guess, because I had one already. But how many times have I mentioned it? How many times will I continue to mention it? Nobody's gonna care or notice, because I don't think anybody's gonna watch it, except for you guys, whoever you guys are. Probably skipping ahead too, right? King and Queen. This is the first time we actually get the pair, even if it's just a rare. Alright, so we're gonna move on to all the other boxes have had their wrappings removed. It's just cutting the ends. So we'll do a little bit of movie magic for that. I was gonna do movie magic, but I realized, you know, it's probably just easier to just cut these open on stream. I'm sorry, on camera. The Earth will not lose. I'm still super far away from the camera. I thought this would help, but it's just, I mean, it would help, I guess, if I followed through right and kept this close. So yeah. Also, I wish they had like a pull tab sideways, right? Because, or I had a better pair of scissors. This is one of the two. It's easier to blame the pull tab than a pair of cheap scissors. Okay, this one's not opening up as I wanted. But see, I think it can be really therapeutic too, just opening packs. That's somebody with a problem, right? That's exactly what they would say. I wonder, like, I don't know, how aware would somebody with an addiction be of their addiction? Oh, that's not cool. I mean, it is cool, but it's the alt art wiper card. It's a pretty cool hit, actually. I wonder if that's Luffy's like descendant, maybe a long lost cousin. Because there's like a theory roaming around about the monkey family, how they might be from Skypiea, based off of how they look, and Dragon's tattoos, although there's still debate if Dragon is actually Garp's son, or if it's like an adopted son type of thing. Because we know Garp likes to adopt kids, but I mean, you would have the same attitude if you adopted someone else's kid, right? That's bulk. And Dr. Correja, and then a full art. Wow, special art. Putting that one's gonna go on the sleeve right away. I need to find a way to, you know what? Maybe I could just have a stack of them like right here, right? That would be smart. I like how some people have it like off camera. To me, that's kind of cool. I should have done that. So 2 special arts, Ace and Charlotte Pudding. Actually, I should probably get that closer to the camera. I want to see what that looks like in more detail. There's like, it's a really cool look. I don't know if I can get it to stabilize on it, but anyways, that looks really cool. I'm sure somebody, I don't know, when it comes to those kind of cards, they look so cool. You'd like to get those graded, have them in a slab, put them on like like instead of a frame of some kind, but at the same time, having it and being able to play with it seems like a much better thing to do with it, you know? Edward Newgate as our super rare. King, that's probably our... So we have both alt arts. Most likely there's nothing else in this box, but we're gonna go through with it. Open it up. You know, I have a scale somewhere. I might... Nah, never mind. Even having to weigh them all, it would just take too long. Might as well just open them. I'm kind of wondering how open people would be to a bulk sorting video. Maybe with just some lo-fi and no talking, something like that. Just put it on fast forward, you know? Maybe somebody out there would be interested in watching that. I'm always, I don't know. I feel like if you do a lot of desk work, if you're a programmer, if you work from home as a customer service rep or something, that you would appreciate those kind of videos more. I don't always, but sometimes I do. There's Jewelry Bonnie as our super rare. Page 1 is our rare. Yeah, I wanted to open these up off camera, but I figured this might be the easier way to do it, you know? Because then I just have to cut more often. Cut like the scenes of the video, you know? But anyways, Dr. Hero Look and Jozu, and we're putting base art. I'm probably gonna find a couple of leaders that I threw in there with the bulk. I'm almost like certain. Seems like every time I do something like this, I'll end up finding that. But that's usually when I get 1 or 2 boxes, because that's usually what I do get for almost all the sets. I feel like this is a situation where I should have just done the same, just got 1 or 2. There's a special Dawn, Wiper, and the event Conquest of the Sea with the base art Tony Chopper. I think getting a case, it's a heavy investment. I think those are usually worth it if you're going for something like EB or premium booster sets, like those special sets. I think I'm starting to think like those might be the ones to go for when it comes to a case buy. S-Snake super rare and Wapple rare. I'm starting to think that because I mean every other set you're gonna find excess of it. I guess anniversary sets would be an exception to that. This one was kind of an odd one because you have Roger and Luffy and some of like the best cards you would want, you know, as a fan. Extra Charlotte Limlin, great. Imperial Flame, and they did the printing right, I think, because there's so much available that the leaders, like for example the OP08 leaders, at one point if you wanted to get one, you were looking at paying over like $80 to $90 each time until the price is stabilized months later. But special art, Dawn, Event, and S-Hawk, and a base art King for this pack. And I feel like that's, I don't know, that's pretty telling of where we're at, like as a in the span of the available cards in the market. So if you're gonna buy a case, I don't know, I still would probably recommend those special sets or the anniversary ones. Oh my god, earthquake. Gotta stop tapping the side of the table. So I don't expect anything crazy out of this. Jack, Sasaki, bulk. So I might consider doing something like that, just finding another reputable wholesaler or online distributor, and try to get some cases of, or one case at least of like EB02, because it seems to have a lot of cool support for at least from what's been revealed for older sets. There's that green buggy that seems to be super OP when it comes to old leaders, like especially with all Supernova support for something like Kid, because it gives double attack to 1 leader. It doesn't even have restriction technically to a green leader, so you could run it on like I mean, I doubt somebody would, but you could run it on something like, what's that? Well, besides Perona, something like, oh my god, he's blind. He's a blind samurai. What's his name? Dude, I bet someone, whoever's listening, probably has the name already, but I don't remember his name. Nami and Wanda. I don't, damn. Admiral Fujitora? He has another name that he goes by, but I don't remember what it was. But I feel like those kind of decks really benefit from that double attack. Like a crazy idea, because the buggy's 4 cost. If you can cheat it out somehow, I think, like, my mindset was like, I doubt you would run that on a kid deck, but for example, you put out a 3 cost Dracul Mihawk, the one that lets you, oh, there's a set of the linen. So for sure that's not the special rare. There's no way, because we already hit our alt arts. I mean, for sure those are not the alt arts. Probably a $3 card, to be honest with you. My thoughts. Okay, but so listen to that crazy play. Probably won't happen because I don't think anybody would be crazy enough to try it. But the more I talk about it, the more I'm starting to think maybe I should do that. You get a 3 cost Mihawk, green 2K one from the starter deck, Carrot, super rare, and page 1. So you get a 3 cost Mihawk, you play it out. It allows you to cheat out a 4 cost or less slash type character in rest, right? So for as a Yamato player, I would do that for cheating out a Nekomamushi, a Cracker, Izo, or a bunch of other choices, right? So in this case, if you have them on the kid deck, you just run that and you cheat out the buggy, you get double attack on your leader. And if you're like later on in the game, you can do 2 attacks for the cost of really like 6 Dawn, which is not bad at all if you really think about what the value you're getting out of it. So you can pile all your you can pile all your Dawn, available Dawn, stack it on your lead, drop a Mihawk, you know, if you don't have anything else on the field or any other character, because I think you can only do, it has to be 2 characters or less in order to get Mihawk's ability off. But then you just get buggy rested, and then you use it to go in on whoever you're going up against. You can go for a game pretty early, I think, like by turn 3 or 4. Oh, by usually 3, so you would be looking at, especially if you've been using you've been abusing his ability. But I have a similar play that I do for Yamato. It's kind of unexpected. I really just run like 3 or 4 double attack characters that tend to be really good at surprising people, because you don't expect to have to. You can expect to block Yamato because she's double attack, right? But now you have to deal with Cracker. Now you have to deal with like the other 5 cost Yamato. There's a lot of removal for it too, so there's ways around it. But as long as one of the attacks hits with banish, you're pretty much golden. Which is what really attracts me to something like the Robin deck. Really, you're just trashing life over and over and over. And if you build it right, technically you'll be like at 9 Dawn by turn 3 or 4 if you play it right. And if you get lucky, I guess, with the hands. But I think once you get that 2 cost event, you're gonna be able to search a lot easier for these key pieces for your deck. Okay, last pack. I don't believe in last pack magic for this because we already kind of got the magic there. Sasaki, Imperial Flame, and Tony Choni Chopper. Okay, now we do movie magic and we'll be back at it. Okay, so 3 boxes remain. This is what we have so far. Let's dig into the next couple packs, see what we get. And S-Snake super rare, just started off. Rare Charlotte Pudding, and then what I like to call bulk. So actually those 2 special rares are pretty cool. Might be like, in all honesty, might be the case hits. It's so cool if you were just buy one booster box and grab the case hits by complete accident without knowing. Carrot, super rare. But see, like Carrot to me, out of most of the cards that came out for as green support in OP08, I feel like Carrot might be the winner, the slept on winner. Oh, I don't know, because many people focus on, like, what was the other one? Not Jeweler Bonnie. There was one other one in this specific set that people really like, and I feel like it wasn't all that. And Pedro too is a really good pickup too. Whoops, let me just put the events separate. It'll help me sort it later. Another set of bulk. And I feel like there's a tiny bit of a market for bulk, right? I mean, there's a huge market for bulk, but in One Piece, I feel like people really look down on like the potential there. Because even like a couple cents a card, I mean, that could be super helpful. And if you're like in the hobby and you don't have like tremendous amount of income, that's a huge help to be able to purchase more cards later on. Not even trade up, just in general. You able to purchase straight up more boxes and packs. Don't sleep on the bulk, guys. It's super good. Although it does take forever to sort. I feel like eventually there'll be something. An automatic sorter that you can just plug in the kind of card game that you play and download the, I don't know, the directory and have it do all the sorting for you. That's my idea. You guys can take it if run with it, if you guys can design it. Let's give me a finder's fee, guys. And if it sounds like right in the middle of this video, I took a break. I think I said it before, the camera's battery was dying, so I needed to step away and let it charge for a little bit. I have to get a cable long enough to be able to charge it from any distance. Charlotte Linlin as our super rare. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You've seen it already. You know what that is? Dalton. But yeah, I feel like I need to get an extension cable for this battery, for this camera. Maybe a more stable setup, because I feel like I don't want to see the sides. Maybe you guys do, I don't know. It's all barren and dark and whatnot. Kaido. Oops, Kaido. Wapple. And if I ever, I guess if I sold bulk, I think I'd probably sell it online. I know local stores would probably be able to use it. I mean, I'd like to sell it locally so that the people that come to play on like Mondays or whatever the day of the week that our locals are like every week. Throughout the whole week, there's always somewhere to play. I'm sure some places have the luck to be able to do that, others not so lucky. But usually people will come asking to borrow a card or something. Be nice to just be like, hey man, here's like 10 cents or just keep it, you know, whatever. If it's something small, why not? They want to optimize a deck and try something. Sometimes you can't just do everything on the sim. The sim does give you better odds of like drawing things that you probably wouldn't in real life. Like the amount of times I've seen people get saved from a last life beige. Oh my god, that like rarely happens, but when it does happen, it's like it's a moment, you know. I mean, if you play locally, you know what I'm talking about. It's one of those like when everyone circles around that one player who seems to wall up and just take forever to make a move, but I mean for a good reason, right? They don't want to lose. Edward Newgate as our super rare. Electrical Luna. Those moments, it's really hard to get, even if you have an audience of people watching on Twitch or something. It's just not the same. Though, as weird as that may sound, I also think that if Bandai had like a mobile version of the game, kind of like Pokemon Pocket or something, not like a simplified version of One Piece, but just like an online client supported by Bandai completely, that would also draw some eyes. But it still wouldn't be the same as here's Jack, super rare, as being able to just play it locally. Maybe that's the inner nerd in me talking, but I remember watching like the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And watching how Kaiba introduces those hologram battle stations and obviously the dual discs, and thinking, wow, if that was real, like a lot of this stuff wouldn't be. I mean, I think there's still a market. Depending on the people, you can make it not as nerdy as, you know, as it can be. But with the right technology, you can really make a lot of this look pretty cool. Now, I don't know how far away we are from that. It feels like printing cards is just easier, which it is, but if you just pushed it with the right technology, you can make this so much cooler. There's our Nami. Maybe that's just asking for too much. It's easier to ask than to build. That's why those people that can build make so much money. If you guys can build something like that, virtual reality headset, you can put it on and the audience can participate by putting it on too, and they can just join you guys in a match and watch like Luffy or, you know, some of the characters on board, Ace or whatever, pop another character. That'd be super cool, I think. Jozu and event with a base art chopper. Yeah, that's that's my 2 cents on it. I really do think that if we had the technology to make it so much cooler, I mean, imagine. I take those little moments from like in Nail Players, or I've seen some categories locally here that are doing really, really good, and they just don't have the ability to travel out to big places, big tournaments, because their responsibilities, family or work, or like a mixture of the two. But if they did, man, they would do so much. It would put like certain cities on the map. But it's just traveling is not always an option. Some of the better players are always older. Whoa, here's our king. Alt art leader card. It looks really cool. I think it's like a $15 card though, because no one plays it, but king is really cool to me. Well, at least the art at the very minimum. That battle between him and Zoro was really cool. I mean, it was like 9 episodes long, it felt like, or maybe more, drawn out, but it was super cool. The art was worth. I really hope they revisit some of these like fights and they're able to update the art. I think they've done it with some of like episode Blue Skypea or whatnot, because I also feel like following the Giants, the Elbaf art right now, I feel like at some point we're gonna see and now come back into the story. I mean, he has to, right? We just don't know when. But now that we haven't heard anything from him like in literal years, I wonder how good. Oh wow, that's alt art Charlotte Linlin. One of the boxes had alt art leader and 2 character cards, so if we're lucky we might find that happening here too. And then that came with the who's who, so I'm gonna go ahead and just sleeve these up real quick. This is one of those that I think her art is a little questionable, but she was a big mama, you know? She didn't have kids just by holding hands. She has a sweet tooth. So anyways, Big Mom is one of those where you're just like, wow, what happened? Maybe everything wrong is what happened. And you know, that reminds me, a lot of the older cases, you had like almost 100% chance of like pulling every single leader if you had a case, you know, the alt art version, at least one of them. But I don't know what happened with the OP09, because it seems like the chances of you pulling everything, it's not really there. I've seen some funky videos of people uploading pictures of their all their hits from a case, and it's like wonky. It's like maybe 1 or 2 secret rare monkey D Luffy's, and then from the OP09, but then everything else is just Rogers, or they don't have any Rogers and they have like 1 or 2 wanted arts, or just all the wanteds and no leaders. I've seen all sorts of crazy things, and I'm wondering like how much of it is fake, how much of it is like legitimately like some printing issues or something. I had read about it, but I don't know if it's true, how the Bandai was really like banking on OP09's 2nd anniversary to be a big deal. Oh boy, I know what this is. This is one of the ones I really like. Check her out. I actually had to I bought a full playset of this for a good price from a friend. But this is gonna be one of the most sought after yellow alt arts. Mock my words, in the next couple of months. Just because of Nell and everything, she's so important, and the art is just so cool. And I think even Vegapunk is going to get support in EPO too. So if you want to run a full Egghead deck, you're going to need Nami for sure. Dalton page 1, and then we have base art King, and then more bulk. That's cool though. I can't get over that. I just can't scream. I don't know. I get that some people feel that reaction, but it's not me. I don't want to fake that. It's just cool to have it though. some people, I guess. You know, I don't know. I guess that's boring to some. Winning a match though, that would get me crazy, especially like if it's a super intense, like down to 0 life, back and forth. Although you have to be really careful now that Roger exists, because especially with Robin, like I like to play Robin for fun. The Nico purple yellow, and she's one of those where it's like feast or famine mentality, where you can easily go down to 0 life and stay there comfortably, because you can just do like 10 cost ace drop and whatnot, but you really can't afford to do that against certain decks, especially red decks like Shanks. And I've noticed that some Marco players are starting to tech in that 10 cost Roger card, and it seems to be such a good, especially against yellow, because other than Rygo, you really don't have a way to stop it. Which reminds me, I should probably add a Rygo to one of my decks, just to test it out, because it has a trigger, and you know, Robin needs it. Okay, I'm gonna pause this real quick to get to the next. Okay, so it looks like I got 25 minutes until I have to clear out my memory card. Okay, there's our Nami for super rare, S-Hawk for rare, which means I have to move faster. I also don't want to make a mistake here. But I mean, 25 minutes is a long time. There's no way I can take that long, right? I mean that shows more about me than anything else. But I will get faster. I do plan to at least upload me opening 1 or 2 boxes. I have one video of me opening an OP09 box at a pre-release. I don't think it was that crazy. I did pull something, I mean, I thought it was cool. At the time, it was the Altart Shanks 10 cost leader, or 10 cost character. I thought it was cool, but the prices aren't like, I mean, I still think it's cool. I don't want to be one of those guys that the price isn't there, then you don't get excited over it. I mean, I already don't get excited too often, but when it comes to the cards, right? But I did think that was cool. I just, I know people, not everyone would appreciate it, because if it's not expensive, it's not worth it. At least some of the people around me. Speak like that. I'm so scared I'm gonna end up cutting plastic here. But there's like weak corners that you just have to find, and you can cut through it. There we go. Zoe, Electrical Luna, Base Art King. That Nami is a cool hit. I feel like some of these I'm gonna keep for sure. The Altart Jack is one of those where it's iffy if I'll keep it or not. The special rares, I don't know if I should get those graded. I'll see. Depends, because I have some friends that collect Altarts, and maybe they'll want it. Oh, a second S-Snake Altart card. That's really cool. That's a lucky hit, because I actually really like her. I have her in one of the decks, but I haven't found a really good use for her. The stat line is really good, but it's just, well, to me, a 5-drop has to have at least like 6k attack, or have a really crazy effect the way Nami does, because Nami is amazing for taking out a 5-drop no matter what. And then Lin, the Earth Will Not Lose event. I feel like Lin will also take off in popularity as soon as people figure out how to use Robin more, because she's really useful at, you know, either clearing the field or gaining you a life. Although you have to rip a hand off, card off your hand, I feel like it's still worth, depending on the situation. I think dropping 1 card, getting a 9k body, and gaining a life, even if you're so unlucky to get hit by a blue red rock, you would, which again, the name is weird, but if you were to get hit by a red rock and you had a Lin on the field, it doesn't feel as bad, because at least you got the life out of it. You got benefit out of it. Kaido, super rare. So I feel like that's worth. There's no way I can finish 2 boxes in 22 minutes. I feel so much pressure just looking at the time. But then again, I guess I might have needed that, because then I would have kept you guys here yapping the whole evening or something. I really don't know how this is going to turn out though, when it comes to like the uploads, because there's so many of these. Yeah, but the next one is OP08. I'm definitely gonna get at least 1 or 2 boxes of that. There we go. Silver's Rayleigh. I need 1 more of these to make the playset, because I'm not gonna spend $50 on a secret rare just because it's super playable. Most people just run 1 or 2 anyways. Just gonna carefully do that. So that's still don't have a alt art yet. Well, then again, I might be able to make it, right? Because I had 25 minutes when I first started this box, and now I'm down to 21 minutes or so. But if I keep getting distracted, I might not. Yeah, I feel like this is also what happens when you look at the clock and you're like on overtime. So Robin is one of those decks that can be, again, the same like I mentioned, very feast or famine mentality, where you either have all the pieces you need real quickly to like overwhelm people with like 10 cost, 9 cost drops, and they can't respond quick enough, or they can respond in your toe-to-toe, like responding to each other, going back and forth. And then you could easily run into overtime, and then you have to be aware of the clock, and you know, everybody wants to go home that night. They don't want to just add locals. They don't want to stay until 11 p.m. Because really, like, after like top 6, it's just most people just like, all right, man, peace out. That's why it surprises me that most card shops don't do like live streaming, because it seems like it would be such an easy way to like even get people that are driving like far distances home. Maybe after they want to know how like the last matches went on the night. You can easily tune into a stream and just do that, even if you're not able to be there physically. Feels like a missed opportunity. Then again, I don't run a card shop, so I don't know. Maybe there's logistical reasons. I always feel like there's always a reason for something, right? But you may not know what that reason is. There's Walpole. There's Imperial Flame, and then our baby, the Gorilla. And as for getting things graded, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I really see a benefit to it. I really think it's cool, especially if you're grading something that you're not going to play with. Other people might not like it, but if no one plans to play with, like, I don't know, let's just say like a super, well, you know what, I can't say that because I've seen people play with manga sabos, break like a OPO, like a PSA 8 or 7. They run that in their deck. They still paid an arm and a leg, in my opinion, but I mean, you have the right cards, I guess. You can earn that money back pretty quick. Black Maria, not bad. But I guess to each his own. I don't know if you guys are like low rarity. I like, most of my decks are low rarity. The only one I've ever put some effort into was the Yamato deck, and I still to this day, I've topped some. Oh, here's a 2020 Chopper rare, super rare. I've been able to take out some real meta decks. Even when they know what's coming, Yamato's just seems like such a good like use of Dawn. Very effective. Even if you don't want to pile in 9k hits every turn because of blockers or because that's just inefficient, you're able to move Dawn around once you get the opponent down to 3 health or 3 life, you know. And you just get crazy amount of oh, there's Edward Newgate, 10 cost, super rare. You get a lot of value from her ability. Like if you have a 10 cost ace, for example, right? 10 cost is 10 cost, but technically instead of swinging for 10, you're swinging in for 12 if you use Yamato's ability. There's our alt art Dawn, base art King. Shoot, there we go. Okay. And Tony Chopper alt art leader card. Yeah, so that means we're missing just a handful more. We're missing Kelkara. And what else? We have King. Oh, Carrot Carrot would be the other one we're missing. There's our Jewelry Bonnie, Pedro. So it roughly took me about 10 minutes to do this box, more or less. Okay, so I got one more than the last box I'm gonna have to go through. I'm probably gonna just cut the packs open so they're ready to go when we connect next. Okay, so 17 minutes for the last two boxes. See how it goes. Who's who? And King. First pack is super exciting. Look at that. It's giving us a lot of hope for what we have in store. Better not talk as much. Special Dawn, Pudding Wiper, and Pudding Base Art. Event, Jozu, and that's it for that pack. Boy, I've never felt so nervous as I am right now. S-Snake, super rare, and then just Katakuri, and then Jack, Vent, and trying to alternate between like the packs as if that's gonna make a difference. Kaido, Dr. Hero Look. Yeah, so I see myself buying a case for the next premium booster set, most likely. Sasaki and Zoe. It would be cool to see what kind of cards they'll release. I'm hoping at some point they have more Land of Wano cards. Electric Luna, Pedro. That way all the hundreds, I'm exaggerating, the tons of Yamato leaders I have don't go to waste, but actually become like super useful and playable. Carrot is super pivotal to that strategy for me. Carrot is like super MVP in a Yamato deck. And base art, Calgara. Still who we're missing as a leader. Noland and then Marco. I like the hit rates on these older, I say older and it really just came out a couple months ago, but on the older OP products because they're super, whoa, Kaido, alt art, that's really cool. Feels like I'm pulling all the cool ones, but then OP08 had a lot of cool ones. It's hard, I guess, to imagine how they talk so much trash to Jewelry Bonnie on this set because like the booster box I think is they're shooting back up in price, but who's who, but they are really good. Like they have a lot of cool cards like you're seeing here. The entire case is like 800 bucks, but really if you pull like a good number of silvers Rayleighs, if you're lucky enough, not like me, to pull tons of those, then you're gonna be making your money back pretty well, at least some of your money. But I feel if you hold on to a lot of the cards, you'll gain value on it anyways. Like those 5-cost Namis, super good, super worth it too. People will always play those. Whoa, that's a hit. Alt art Luffy. This one is one of those special ones. We'll go over all the ones I pulled at the end. It's becoming a little stacked. I didn't picture that. I don't really ever buy this much product usually. I think I said that before, but I buy a couple boxes, but never, like a case is rare. Like I was trying to get a case of OP05, the first anniversary, but they just got kind of crazy, even before release. But it would have been nice. At one point I had all the manga arts, but I decided just to let them go because I didn't really see a point of me having them if I wasn't going to play them. Tony Chopper. It was just my thought. 13 minutes means I will have to stop at some point and upload some footage to free space. Oops, that's not supposed to be there. The thank you and Noland. Coming up to the last two packs of this box. We got both alt arts already, Kaido and Luffy, so I don't perceive that we're gonna get anything else of value here for this box. but I might be able to prove myself wrong. There's Black Maria and Page Away. So that's this box. One more box to go. Okay, dokie. This is the last box of the case. And here we go. Jozu, Event, Bulk. Pack number 2. Black Maria as our super rare. First one out of this box. Bulk and Who's Who. Or the other way around. Wanda, Event, Marco, base art. We still need a Calgara, so it has to be in this box somewhere. Wobble, Queen, Carrot. Whoops. Actually, that's gonna cost me a few seconds. Event and a Wapple, base art King. Hopefully, if whatever reason OP09 had that weird like rating, I hope they may go back to it. S-Snake and Event, they go back to like the way that hits were in older sets, where it was guaranteed to have the one of each leader, and maybe it was a fluke just because it was the anniversary set, which is probably the last possible place where you would want a fluke to happen. Whoa, there it is. Tony Chopper alt art. See what I'm talking about? I don't understand. People talk about how there's not a lot of value inside OP08, and it's one of the cheapest. Like, I would pick up, I think I might even pick up more in the near future, because I feel like it has a lot of iconic cards in there. From just the Egghead alt arts, just those alone, Edward Newgate, super rare, to what we see here with the special rares for Ace and Pudding. Like, I feel like that's crazy to say that that's a cheap set. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But, you know, I guess to each his own. And then Jack is such a pivotal card, like in most black decks. So you can't really... You can function without it, but I mean, especially in Blackbeard, you'd want to run at least one of them. It's weird to me how people don't like it, but... yeah, whatever, I guess. There's no use crying over spilled milk. There's Kaido. Jozu. I am open to criticism as how I can improve this, because this is my first time ever recording this, like a full case break, or even doing it in general. So I'm prone to like making some mistakes here, and what best way to approach it. This is going to be a long video, so that's why I keep talking so much. And that's why I'm talking fast too, because I'm seeing how much time I have left. I'd like to review what we pulled quickly towards the end. And I'm sure someone's going to fast forward because I said that. Or I mean, they would have fast forward anyways. There's a Carrot, Ace. Green and yellow is such a good combination. Nami as a special, sorry, super rare. And we're going to Imperial Flame. Wapple as our rare. Dude, our garbage man is going to be so confused. Oh, nice. The last Rayleigh. I have a full play set now, and I'm not getting rid of those. For sure, that would have been like, what, $200 plus just to be able to get that play set. That's like a good portion of a good portion of a full case, you know? Actually, if you have some friends, that's probably the way to go. You know, go in on a case and just agree on what color you're looking for, and maybe everybody else can split until you have a playset of that color, and then move on to the other, like your top 3 colors, I guess, in a playset. And that was it. I don't feel like that was... So we didn't get Calgara. It seemed like that was the one we were missing. In all honesty, that's probably the one I care about the least. Let's do a quick review, a recap on what we have here. So we pretty much have a playset of everything of the super rares, plenty of extras. So let's go over the alt arts. Oh yeah, this box had Tony Chopper as a... I don't know what else it had. Maybe I gotta go back and watch the video, and then I'll be more like succinct. Okay, so now I feel calm, because technically we beat the time. We should be okay. So those are the rares, those are the events. Okay, we'll just leave that as is. Okay, So let's go over what we have. So from a case of OP08, we have a special alt art Rayleigh, Silver's Rayleigh. It really looks like a Jesus character or something, but that's that. We have an alt art Ace, alt art. Just get that close to the camera. Alt art Ace. Boy, it's gonna look really bad probably. Alt art Kaido, really cool looking Kaido. Alt art Black Maria. We'll look up the prices of them. I am gonna sell some of them. Alt art Newgate. I think I'm gonna keep this one just because it looks really cool. I mean, depends on the price, I guess. Most of these must be like $3. Special rare Ace. So we'll put that there. Special rare Pudding. That goes up there. 2 of the alt art S snakes. Just trying to place them in a way so that it makes sense. Alt art Tony Chomper. Oh, this one's such a cool one. You just want to grade this so you can just keep it somewhere, like, I don't know, somewhere cool. Oops, okay. There goes my PSA 10. We have an alt art both Luffy and Nami. They just look so good. The egghead, just the aesthetic to me looks cool. I think just because I was like a fan of Astro Boy and stuff when I was growing up. Even that anime Pluto that came out on Netflix is really cool to me. Alt art Jack, that one's gonna be going for sale probably along with that Silver's Rayleigh special alt art. Wiper alt art, which is probably gonna go for sale as well. If nobody, depending on the price. Lin is probably going into my binder just because look at that. What a, whew, she can do some work. 4 Emperors kind of style right here. A full playset of the secret rare 10 cost Lin and Kaido. That's nice. Just full playset. A good chunk of the entire box case was this full playset of Rayleigh. That was really cool. For leaders, let's not go there yet. We also have Dr. Kureha, alt art. I don't know what this is going for, but at one point she was pretty pricey. Carrot, which is going to the binder. She's cool. I really like her. She's really useful in most green decks. Pedro was one of my go-tos for one of my Fortress strats as a Yamato player. So I don't know what we'll do with that. Maybe I'll sell it. And then 4 out of, what, 6 leaders? Yeah, so Carrot and Kalgara is what I'm missing. So here I am talking about that this case would guarantee 1 of each, and obviously I was wrong. But if I could, I mean, in all reality, I probably got the 2 coolest ones. And these are the 2 I was missing. I actually picked up these because they were like $10. I mean, maybe a couple weeks ago. And then I have tons of the alt art Dawn. And as you can see in the background, I got like other stuff. So I'll quickly probably show some of the other things I'll be talking about later. Because we picked up these sound loaders during Black Friday. I got them for like $13 and stuff. But yeah, so the next video will be more about PCG and the player slabs. I also got a dueling guard, like a sling backpack. I'll probably show that on the next videos. But yeah, this is what I got from the case. It's a lot. So let me see if I can just show it one more time. Yeah, it's a lot. You guys are flying with it too. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you skipped ahead to the end because it's like a 5-hour video, completely understand. I hope you guys like, subscribe, or give me some feedback on what is like a no-go and what's working, what isn't. I'll try to be open to see what we can do to make it better. Thank you so much, and